Have you ever scrolled through social media and seen sensational headlines about the end of the world? It can feel a little overwhelming, can't it? Asteroids, plagues, prophecies. It's a lot to take in. But what does the Bible, the original source for many of these discussions, actually say about the last days? Today, we're going to clear away the noise and dive into the heart of biblical prophecy, not to scare you, but to bring clarity and hope. First, let's understand what the term last days even means. You might be surprised to learn that according to the New Testament, the last days began with the arrival of Jesus Christ. The Apostle Peter in the book of Acts quoted the prophet Joel and said that in the last days, God would pour out his Spirit. He said this was happening right then, 2,000 years ago. So, in a theological sense, we have been living in the era of the last days for a very long time. It's not just a future event, it is the age we're in, the age between Jesus' first coming and his promised second coming. So what are the signs we should look for? Jesus himself addresses this in Matthew chapter 24. His disciples ask him directly, "What will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age?" Jesus responds, but not with a simple checklist. He gives them a broader picture of what the world will look like. He mentions things like wars and rumors of wars, famines and earthquakes. Now here's the crucial part. Jesus says, "See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place, but the end is not yet." All these are but the beginning of the birth pains. Think about that. He's not describing these events so we can panic and try to predict a date. He's telling us that these difficult things will happen, but they are like birth pains. They signal that something new is coming, but they don't tell you the exact moment of birth. For centuries, people have tried to point to a specific war or famine and say, "This is it," but Jesus warns us against this. His point is to be prepared, not to be a prophet of doom. Another major theme in end times prophecy is deception. Jesus warns repeatedly, "See that no one leads you astray." He speaks of false messiahs and false prophets who will perform great signs and wonders to lead people away from the truth. The Apostle Paul echoes this in his letters, warning about a falling away from the faith. This is a spiritual sign, not a physical one. It's a call for us to be discerning, to ground ourselves in what we know to be true, and to test everything against the core teachings of the Bible. It's less about looking for spectacular signs in the sky and more about guarding our own hearts and minds against falsehood. Now let's talk about one of the most famous and perhaps most misunderstood books of the Bible, Revelation. For many, this book conjures images of strange beasts, bowls of wrath, and widespread destruction. And yes, those images are in there. But Revelation is a specific type of literature called apocalyptic, which was common in that time. It uses vivid, symbolic language to convey a powerful message. The central message of Revelation is not about decoding a secret timeline. It's about ultimate victory and hope. The book was written to Christians who were facing intense persecution. Its primary purpose was to encourage them, to show them that despite the chaos and suffering they saw in the world, God was still in control. The recurring theme is that Jesus, the Lamb who was slain, is ultimately triumphant over all evil and injustice. So when we read Revelation, we should see it as a message of profound encouragement. It assures us that in the end, love wins, justice prevails, and God will make all things new. So, if we're not supposed to be setting dates or panicking, what are we supposed to do? Jesus gives a very clear answer through a series of parables. He tells the story of the faithful servant who is found working diligently when his master returns. He tells the story of the wise virgins who kept their lamps full of oil, ready for the bridegroom's arrival. The message is consistent. Live ready. Live faithfully. Don't be consumed by speculation about the future, but be consumed with living for God in the present. This means loving your neighbor, caring for the poor, sharing the good news of hope, and growing in your relationship with God. The best way to prepare for the future is to be faithful today. If we are living each day in a way that honors God, then we have nothing to fear, no matter when the end comes. Our readiness is not found in a packed survival bag, but in a heart that is right with God. In fact, the Bible is very clear on one point. But concerning that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, nor the Son, but the Father only. Jesus himself said this. If Jesus didn't know the exact time, then anyone who claims to have it figured out is stepping onto very shaky ground. This verse isn't meant to frustrate us, it's meant to free us. It frees us from the anxiety of trying to crack a code. It frees us to focus on what truly matters, our faith, our love for others, and our daily walk with God. So, what's the big takeaway? Biblical prophecy about the end times is not meant to be a crystal ball for predicting the future. It's not a script for a disaster movie. It is a message of hope, a call to faithfulness, and a promise of ultimate victory. It reminds us that history is moving toward a beautiful conclusion where God will right every wrong and wipe away every tear. Instead of being anxious about the headlines, we can be anchored in this promise. We can live with a sense of purpose and peace, knowing that the one who holds the future is good and trustworthy. We can focus on being lights in the darkness, showing love and compassion in a world that desperately needs it. That is the true meaning of being ready. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore this important topic. I hope this has brought you some clarity and encouragement. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content that dives deep into faith and life. We'd love to have you as part of our community. God bless, and see you next time.